This video found you. It's no accident. We're trying something new, different angle. Hello. It's gonna be interesting because usually I'm used to having you sit in front of me, but now it's yo. So I'm gonna do, my linguistics. I think the new angle is just getting me a little twisted, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be awesome. I decided to do just a deeper spread, and it kind of came through this morning. Right now it's actually the afternoon, about 1 p.m. Cali time. Obviously this is timeless, but I'm just kind of setting the space for you. I woke up early and I felt so inspired, and I love sitting at this table and I look out and I see this beautiful view, and the sun was just rising up above. I'm gonna, show that for you at the end. And I was just really thinking about you. Truly, I was thinking about you, and I was I want to pull some cards, and have, it's like a cosmic, I call it a cosmic map of past, present, future. And I'm working on some cards myself, I'm so inspired by other readers. They kind of have their own cards, and I'm working on it. So far I have the archangels, the elements, and bodies of water, which is going to be fun to tie in the messages. So yeah, just buckle down, get cozy, grab a drink if you feel like it. If you're driving, this will be fun. Just listen as a podcast, vibration. In general, the way that I like to hold space is our time together is an activation. Whether you're conscious to it or not, your soul's going to remember something. You're going to be given a key. And yeah, obviously use your discernment, and it's what you make of it. But I'm here to unlock keys for you as a mystic. And you're a mystic too, most likely, right? Claim it down below if you feel like you're a mystic, because I feel like us mystics, we gotta start just walking in strength that, yes, I'm a mystic. Okay? All right, before we get into the cards, I love to start with a protection prayer. I actually wrote one the other day. I printed it out and laminated it, so you know the drill. And if you don't, this is the drill. We always do a protection prayer before we start. So I invite you to close your eyes if you can. And you can totally affirm the prayer out loud. If you feel, I'll say it slow and intentional. Of course, you can alter. If I say the collective, you can say for me, you can make it personable to you. All right, let's do this, baby. So I call this the protection prayer of light consciousness. So closing your eyes if you can, and just allowing yourself to arrive. Maybe even put your hand on your heart. Right now I'm putting my left hand on my heart, and just feeling into the rhythm of you, your essence. Maybe this is the first intentional breath you've taken all day, so just allow yourself to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe even bring your shoulders up to your ears, rolling your shoulders back. Ooh, feeling that chest open, that heart blossom. Taking another breath in, exhaling through the mouth, letting something go, becoming open, becoming receptive. I root myself into the living earth, held, steady, protected. I rise into the infinite light, clear, open, aligned. I call upon the highest frequency of love, the purest intelligence of light consciousness to surround me now. Only energies of truth, compassion, and divine clarity are welcome in the field. All that is not of the highest good is gently dissolved, transmuted, and released. My body is a temple of safety. My mind is clear. My heart is a steady flame. I am a clean channel. I am a devoted vessel. I do not carry, I do not absorb, I only translate. What flows through me is guided, protected, and purposeful. I trust what comes. I release what is not mine. I remain anchored in my own sovereign light. May these messages serve with grace, precision, inspiration, and love for the highest good of all beings. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am safe to see, I am safe to know, I am safe to channel. All right. Woo! You may open your eyes. I feel like clapping. I wish I had my bell, but I'll just clap for that sound vibration. All right. So now that the prayer has set the space, let's get into the cards. So here we have kind of this past, present, future, okay? Now what I'm picking up is in your past, and this is kind of the near past, I'm feeling this energy where you just kind of healed this. And of course, healing is non-linear, right? But this is kind of your most recent aha moment, which, what's so beautiful about a new day, right? Is every 24 hours, we're trying something new. So it's yesterday is the past, you know what I mean? So it's this doesn't have to be past, oh my God, it was years ago or months ago. It can literally be 48 hours ago, 24 hours ago. It's really multidimensional, okay? But what I'm feeling is you have been really sitting with your divine masculine and all of the toxic parts of the masculine within you. And I don't say toxic in a way of good or bad, but just toxic femininity, toxic masculinity. It's real, right? And it's the greatest teacher of all. It's those wounded parts within our soul of polarity, right? And I'm feeling some tongue twister energy, which means I'm definitely on the money, and someone doesn't want you to know that you're doing a good job, that you did this, okay? But because I feel you've had a lot of just lower frequency masculines in your life who are really challenging you or have challenged you, I feel called to really be specific that the weight of that is in the past. And that's not to say that you're not going to get challenges along the way. But now the only difference is you know your worth, you know your boundaries, and your sovereignty is activated, which means it's not going to affect you like it used to. You've done a lot of work in knowing your intention, right? Because our intention is what creates our world, right? It makes the impossible possible when we are delusional enough to be divine. We're divinely delusional. There we go. So intention is everything. And I really love how these two cards are going together because we have the feminine energy, right? She's very creative. She's nurturing. She's rooted. And we have the father of earth, right? This is the masculine that is actually grounded, coming from the heart space versus always the logical, wounded space of ego, just a lot of ego and what can I get from this, that type of energy, just lower frequency. Now, I'm noticing we have a lot of fire energy with these cards and earth. So fire is a beautiful element, and it's the element of power, will, and transformation. So the fact that, this is kind of in your past, right? You're alchemizing, you're transforming, you're recognizing your power. And you're really finding, it's not that you're just finding, but like I said, you activated your inner sun, okay? Like you're healing your divine masculine sides of you, like the logistical, structural, especially as a sovereign woman who, things didn't go as planned, right? Like we are taught / marketed, this Disney persona. Don't get me wrong, I love Disney, but like we're marketed and sold this persona of the woman needs to be saved. So we took action from this type of thinking and conditioning that like we can't do things alone. And that complex is very old school and it's dying. It's not a part of the new earth, okay? So the fact that you have awakened and you know that you are everything, you don't need anything outside of you anymore. This is everything. Like we're burning bridges within humanity that are just not authentic and not true. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean, especially if you're a feminine, but like, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or anything in between, like you want love. We all want to feel love, give love, receive love. We want to have that partnership because like it's a part of being human and it's really, really special. Now, the only thing that is changing is that we don't define our whole life story if we get it or not, right? So you're going to get there. You're going to get another chance at love, because I feel like if you're here, you're the type of person that you wear your heart on your sleeve, right? And you've had more heartbreaks at this point than harmonious experiences within love, but that was only to build your breakthrough, right? We have to have those heartbroken moments to really build an aligned love within ourselves and to realize love, unconditional love in an essence, is not something outside of you. It's within. And then anything extra is just freaking amazing. So the fire element is really, grounding this transformation. And then here we have Archangel Raphael. I love working with Archangel Raphael. And in general, we have a few archangels here. And what's so beautiful about archangels, I'm not sure if you're familiar with working with them. Let me know down in the comments if you are. I just want to check my phone real quick. Okay, I just wanted to see something. So I'm not so sure if you're familiar with working with archangels. Let me know in the comments what's your level there. But if you're new to it, I love working with archangels because I see them as like these light beings who come and help us when we really just need to surrender to a higher power. They're God's helper, okay? And like you can take that how you want it, right? But I see them as God's helper. And each archangel has its own property. So Archangel Raphael is the healing archangel, right? It's the restoration, the wholeness. And you can call upon Archangel Raphael during an illness, when you're feeling burnt out, when you're really deep in grief, and when your body just needs some like assistance. So I love calling Archangel Raphael before bed and just saying, hey, Archangel Raphael, come work on me while I'm sleeping. Help me recalibrate my body from the cells outward. And Archangel Raphael in general, the affirmation is, my body and heart are returning to harmony now. That is what Archangel Raphael can do. And it works with the heart space. It's really good for emotional repair and nervous system regulation. So he the man, okay? Archangel Raphael, man, woo! The man, the legend. And then we have Archangel Michael, which is the Archangel of Courage. And Archangel Michael is all about a blue light energy. You probably have seen Archangel Michael depicted with the sword, right? Because Archangel Michael is a beautiful energy to work with when you need to cut cords and you need to set boundaries and you need some help, because yeah, there's a part of you that used to people please a lot. And it's like, I always say, the ones who care so much need to learn not to care, but it's not because they don't care, it's because they care so much. You know what I mean? It's like the paradox, right? So Archangel Michael, now, he's here, and him and Rafi work really well together. But here we have 9 of air hurt, right? We've been talking about this. I'm being called to slow down. I'm like, but I feel it, you know? It's like when you feel it, you feel it. But this is interesting because the 9 of air is talking about hurt, right? We got the owl wisdom, and the owl is the observer. The owl sees things from a zoomed out point of view, and when owls are flying, you don't hear them. They're silent. They're like a fucking Tesla, you know what I'm saying? Like they cruise in. You don't even understand or know that they're doing the darn thing when they do it. They're only vocal when they're hunting or communicating with, you know, their babies or things like that. And what's coming up is like kind of like the lion energy too. Like a lion, if you think about it, like a male lion, obviously a lion is male, a lioness is female. But anyways, you know, what does a lion do in the jungle? This beautiful king sleeps. The woman takes care of everything. But this lion literally just like chills until the moment the lion needs to pounce, right? And take action. So I feel like the owl and lion is coming through because it's like you've learned through all your pain that you don't have to, like, I don't want to say waste your energy, but it's about knowing when to act, right? Don't have to give your energy to every little thing. Like in meditation, you alchemize. Now you understand that those things that like really genuinely hurt, like maybe there was a past version of you that would have to go just, you know, have coffee with a friend and tell them your pain and tell them what he did, she did, all these things, how life just sucks. And, you know, you're kind of in the energy of complaining because it's like, yeah, everyone deserves to be heard, seen, and celebrated. And don't get me wrong, like sometimes we just gotta be human and just like fucking complain a little bit, right? Like it's not a good nor bad thing, but I think there comes a point where we get stuck in that cycle of complaining because we're just so hurt and we're still in victim mentality. And it's just a part of the process to go to your victory. So again, we're not judging that because that part is equally holy to you surrendering. It's just a part of the process. But there comes a point where you have to be that wise owl and be like, okay, like how long am I going to hold on to these lower frequency narratives and people and places and things and opportunities? Like I gotta let it go. I gotta set it free. So you start seeing things from a zoomed out point of view, and that happens through you really becoming still and meditating. Let me know here if you're an avid meditator. I want to understand like how often you meditate, okay? Because I am a meditation junkie. Okay, I love meditating. Like I started meditating, I think, well, I've always meditated since I was young, but I would say like seriously, I was 23 years old when I really started getting like nitty gritty with a daily meditation practice. So let me know your scale on that from 1 to 10. 10 being like pro, 1 being like I like it, but I haven't really done it yet. But through meditation is when you can really understand your journey and connect the dots and let go of the victim mentality. And another form of meditation that's coming through for you is dreams, right? We do a lot of healing, cellular healing in our dreams, and that's why it's like call upon Archangel Raphael to be with you, even Archangel Michael. So like while you're sleeping, you can ask a higher power to come and help you. Like there's so much that happens beyond the veil. And if you're here, you're a mystic, right? You identify yourself as someone who can really bridge, the 5D and beyond into the physical world. So you're not new to the fact that there's so much that goes on beyond the veil. So allow yourself to really tap into that inner alchemist and mystic within and work with the energy, your energy. Work with the archangels or whatever ascended masters, teachers, loved ones of the highest love that you want to work with. Because deep healing can really happen in your sleep. Now here we have Father of Fire, which is interesting. We have Father of Earth, Father of Fire. So like I said before, there's this insane healing of the divine masculine within you right now. And whether you're a man or a woman or anything in between, especially the men here, honestly, let's hear your voice, because I'm not a man. I can't speak for you, but all I know is sometimes I do genuinely feel bad for men because they do have to be strong, there's so much pressure to not be weak and show emotions when it's all humans are emotional beings, no matter your gender, right? So I feel like where we're at in the world right now is really knowing that being soft or emotional is not a weakness, it's a strength. So we're really stepping into that awareness, and where meditation comes into play, self-acceptance, knowing all sorts of different types of energetic modalities, right? And subconscious reprogramming and all those things, we're starting to learn how to use it as a tool, right? Our softness is a strength, and Father of Fire here is coming as this yes, you are transforming and you're grounded in this transformation, and everything that comes after, right? After is coming from a place of rooted embodiment and just giving thanks for all that was, because it built you. It built you, okay? So then we have Archangel Jophiel, and Jophiel, I'm probably botching it. Yeah, Jophiel, Archangel Jophiel. This is always the one that I don't know how to pronounce, and I haven't worked with this archangel often, but this archangel is about beauty, positive thoughts, and joy. So when your mind is in an overdrive, spiraling, you want to call in Archangel Jophiel and ask it to come and help you reprogram your subconscious mind, right? When you want to shift perspectives, right? Owl energy. When you're just, maybe you just had a shitty day and you're sovereign, but it was just a shitty day and there's a lot of tests and you're just feeling a little activated. That inner wound is activated, okay? Because healing, again, it's non-linear. So you call on Archangel Jophiel to help you, hold you in this activation, this trigger point that's coming up, so you can really release it, okay? Because the human experience really is non-linear, just like healing, all because you're conscious doesn't mean you're not gonna feel triggers, right? So this archangel is really good to just alchemize your awareness and stay in the light, even if the darkness is trying to test you, okay? Now, here we have the medicine man, which I really love because, we're going into the future, right? This is kind of the present vortex of where you're at now, is you're recognizing your gifts as a medicine man and woman. And it's taken you so long to really own it to own it unapologetically, right? Because most of your family and friends growing up judged you for this part. You were misunderstood because you are a medicine man and woman. Now, you don't care anymore what they think. There's something so free blowing in your hair these days where you just don't care because you have a mission, a deep mission. And you know that if you continue carrying, it's just going to weigh you down, and you rather just be free and mighty, like this beautiful bird, right? This hawk, right? You just want to be, you are free. It's not that you want to be free. At this point, you're free, and you're only going to get freer. But you're activating the inner healer, the inner mystic, the inner healer. And because you're doing that, there's a lot of self-acceptance happening. Really letting go of a lot of that internal just narrative that you built based on other people's opinions. Like, half of it is not even yours, half of it is. But you're really now like weeding through your mental garden and like really seeing what needs to be recycled, so you can create new space for your blessings, because you have so much blessings and abundance. You already are blessed. You already are abundant. But change is the most constant thing in life, right? So we got to continue inputting, outputting, right? Like, think about the breath. When we really tune in and notice our breath, what are we doing? We're in, out. In, out. That is a natural experience here on planet Earth, is that input and output. So we need to be doing that pretty much within every season. Or why do we celebrate full moons? Even full moons every 30 days, right? We got to just take note, spiritual note, energetic note, soulful note, mental note, emotional note, physical note, like just kind of go down the pillars of what's important to us and just like input, output, right? And because you're doing that, new blessings are coming. They're here. They're already done. Your manifestations have been heard. You're doing the work. You're precise. You're vulnerable. You're raw. You're real. You're showing up. You're building a new sovereign language of consistency in your life, and you're getting rid of a lot of bad habits too that's coming up with the self-acceptance. If you were smoking weed or ciggies, or drinking a little bit too much alcohol, or gossiping too much, or it can be anything really, but there's no judgment there, because when we're in a dark, wounded place of a lot of hurt, sometimes we have these little toxic band-aids that come, but you're no longer using them as a crutch. You're burning it down. You're saying goodbye because you believe in your blessings more. And it's really hard. Like, I can give you an example, right? I talked about this on the other video, but I'm now 27 days no weed. And that's really big for me. So, and also tobacco. Tobacco, only 4 days, but that was a big one. I used to roll my own tobacco, and, I'm very much influenced by the shamanic culture. But like, again, if you're doing something out of boredom, it's not ceremonial anymore. Because again, tobacco can be awesome, weed can be awesome, like alcohol, it's all duality. But when we use these substances, because they're just lower frequency, no matter how we want to like twist it into like even doing psychedelics and ayahuasca and all those things, okay? It's not good nor bad, but again, it's still a crutch. It's still a bridge. It's still, a band-aid to the root cause. So we have to understand our intention with it. And it's all good if you're really doing it as a ceremony once in a while, but when it becomes that daily ritual, that's when you're kind of in the red zone of like, holy crap, what's really happening? Like, what am I really avoiding? What parts of me am I trying to silence because it's just uncomfortable to face it? So you're going through a lot of those deeper conversations right now that are really, really hard, but you're doing it. And there's no, right or wrong way of doing that. You're going to do it at your own pace. And just remember, continue loving yourself through it. It's not about shaming yourself in self-acceptance. Do you hear the sirens? It's literally a fire siren. We're talking about fire. that's confirmation, but also like, dear archangels of the highest love and compassion, please go to wherever this fire truck is going, and please go bless the people who need it. May they be safe. Archangel Raphael, please go over there and guide wherever this fire truck is going. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, back to the message. So because you're doing the shadow work, your manifestations are happening. They're happening because you're doing it, okay? You're doing the energetic work. And here we have 2 of water, love. So remember we were talking confirmation. These sirens are confirmation that this is close, especially because it's so loud. And I think you kind of let go of this union, divine union, you let go of it. Like, check out yesterday's message. I went deeper into it, but I'm really feeling into this like really fiery, passionate love, like on its way. But it's going to happen as you only focus on yourself. The old ways of doing it is not going to work, but it's closer than you think. And water is the element of abundance. It is literally the most prosperous element. Think about it. Our body is light, water, sound. Okay, so if this doesn't give you hope, I don't know what does. But even look at the plants, right? The vines, they're very symmetrical. So there's going to be this incredible symmetry between the 2 of you guys. And we have here the 9 of earth, accumulation, right? So it looks like almost like a cornucopia energy, but it's not. Again, a lot of balance here. And there's a lot of like fall energy, right? With this one, with the corn, and we have like the squash and the pumpkin. So there's also something here about like this coming into play. I'm feeling like this late summer, fall energy. Things are going to start moving with divine love. So this video is definitely timeless. If it's finding you live in the moment, you know, we are in spring, we're in April. So right now, spring is really that time for you to continue to blossom your self-love, keep doing the shadow self-love work and accepting yourself, forgiving yourself, and start like continue building what you're already building. And you're going to start even seeing your own manifestations, like even before this happens, right? Because that's great, but you're already, you know, manifesting your harvest without the divine love. Like, you're creating balance. Like, this is kind of maybe, you know, this is inevitable, but it's not the main focus. The main focus is accepting that you are a medicine man and woman, and really letting all that go and finding balance and joy in the journey, and really just figuring out what truly lights your heart on fire, because that intention is everything. And here we have the lake. So the lake, what's so beautiful about a lake is a lake shows you what is without distortion. When the surface is calm, clarity arrives. Be still enough to see yourself clearly. Self-reflection, quiet honesty. So when the shadow attributes of a lake is stagnation and avoidance, and we talked about that with self-acceptance, right? And cleaning out the house of those habits. So right now you're really being asked to be in this sacred time of observation, right? Recalibration. And you don't have to do it alone. You got your archangels, your team of light. Like, really sit in sacred meditation and ceremony and allow yourself to cleanse so you can see clearly, because wow, there's so much potential. There's so much potential already being activated in the now, and it's not necessarily an end goal. It's a journey. That's the thing. Like, sometimes we get so lost in the sauce, like, that we're not going to be happy until we get the thing. But no, it's like you're being called right now to really be happy now. Like, find the happiness now, because that's what's going to open doors. And here we have balance. And I love this. These two cards go so well together. Similar colors, but right now you're really understanding what means alignment to you and what means out of alignment, and you're creating this balance as the freaking mystic, medicine man, woman that you are. So you're really learning what works and what doesn't, and it's so beautiful, and this is inevitable, baby. And this also, something that's coming up now is something to ground yourself. Is like, this could also just be your own hands coming together. It's like the balance between your divine masculine and feminine coming together, bringing you your blessing. So let's, for the sake of just grounding down this message, like, forget a divine partner. Like, that's inevitable. It will happen because you're worthy of that. But for the sake of like really making this message sink in, I want you to maybe see this love union as more a harmonious blessing that you're giving yourself of healing the masculine within and the feminine within, especially the wounded parts, right? So that's so, so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love this. Ah! Oh, we forgot to read about this archangel. Okay, so last but not least, you can work with Archangel Zadkiel, which is the crown chakra. And this archangel is all about transformation, forgiveness, and alchemy. I release the past and allow transformation to move through me and ground me. So you can call on Archangel Zadkiel when you're ready to let go, forgive, shift deep patterns, right? And transmute heavy energy and karmic ties. So, that's so beautiful. Yes. I will attach a little video of a close-up so you can kind of see everything. And I'll attach the video of the sunrise. And that's it, I think. So thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving. I'm Mystic Maya. It's been a pleasure to read for you. If you haven't already, like the video, put your energy on there so we can continue growing as a community, as a tribe together. And consider subscribing if you haven't already. Let's grow together. It truly means the world for me. I know it doesn't matter those numbers and stuff, but it does help me be able to help you more and do more messages that are like, lengthy and just juicy. So yeah. All right. Wow, I did a lot of talking. Lots of talking. I hope the video is not too long, so when I add the other videos, it's not going to be super long, but I guess if you're already here, what's an extra few minutes, right? What is time, really? What is time? You are time. You are the portal of the time. Let's sage you. Sage you. How cool does that look? All right. I love you. And if no one told you until this moment, I'm very proud of you. Keep doing the work, because you're freaking doing it, man.